Hello, Stanford Christian Church. This week our midweek focus is James chapter 1, verse 19. Here God gives us a lesson that is essential to loving other people like Jesus does. It reads, "You must understand this, my beloved. Let everyone be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to anger." This is a lesson that you know. We've heard it our whole lives, that God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Why? Because we should listen twice as much as we speak. Be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to get angry. When James says to be quick to listen, he means for us to listen to what others have to say so that we begin to understand them. It does not mean to simply let them speak before you fire back. Loving people begins with listening to others to try to understand. That is an essential part of loving them. You cannot say you love someone if you are unwilling to understand who they are and where they are coming from. When we take the time to listen to people, it shows that we really do value them and care about them. This is an important lesson for us to learn in our homes. You will be a better husband, a better wife, a better parent, better friend when you learn to listen and to try to understand. Our listening often becomes a barrier for our anger. When we listen, we can sometimes hear why people do what they do, say what they say, or feel what they feel. Sometimes it will make more sense when we hear their side of the story. Today, the internet and social media have given people a way to speak to everyone at any time. And that can be positive, and it can be used for good, but it can also be destructive. So we need to hear God speak through James. Let everyone be quick to listen and slow to post. Quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to anger. In our nation today, there are a lot of quick anger. People speaking before they have tried to understand. I do not understand what it's like to be black. I've never lived a day as a black man or woman, so I cannot understand that. So that means that in order for me to love my African American brothers and sisters like Jesus calls me to, I have to listen to them and to try to understand what they're feeling and where they're coming from and what they're going through. I also do not understand what it's like to be a white woman, a mother, a person unable to have a child, a person who has lost a parent, a person fighting cancer, a person who is homeless and without a job, a police officer, or a person from another nation other than the United States of America. I don't even know what it's like to live in any other home other than the one I live in. Every day I see and talk to people and I don't know what they're going through or where they're coming from, what it's like to be them. So the best way I can start to love them is to stop and listen before I ever try to speak. We also need to be quick to listen to God. I know that certain things are true because God has told me so in His Word. I know that to hurt or kill someone without cause is evil. I know that to steal or destroy other people's things is evil. Notice that James says to be slow to anger, not never be angry. There is such a thing as righteous anger. We should be angry when we see people hurting others and destroying. We should want justice. By slowing down to listen to one another, we will better understand. We will have time to hear what God has said. And then we will begin to see the better world that Jesus is making. After teaching us to be slow to speak and slow to anger, in verse 20, James adds, "For your anger does not produce God's righteousness." So it is God's righteousness that we are after. It is the standard that we are trying to reach. We should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to anger because God is quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to anger. To be more like Jesus, to better love, try to become a better listener. Listen to people and try to understand. God bless, and you all have a great week.